Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young.
Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Bam, bam, bam. Boom, boom, boom. Appreciate the support. 33, man. 33 years of prison stories. We rolling, man. We trying to get it done. We trying to get it done. We trying to reach them, teach them, save them. Appreciate everybody who been rocking with the platform. Everybody been rocking with the movement. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell his friend to tell somebody he went to school with and grew up with and threw up with to come on over here too and get this good positive energy. Man, we're growing. We got 81 and some change, I believe, you know, so we moving. We slow motion, but we still motion. So I appreciate all the new people, man. And I appreciate everybody who been responding to the comments, man. Put your comments in there, man. It helps move the channel. It helps grow the channel. So everybody who answered that call, man, salute to you. Salute to you. Man, 33, salute to the morning mud, man. Y'all been chopping it up in there, man. Y'all some wild ones up in that morning mud. But I appreciate it, man. It helps get the day started, man. Get the energy pumping, man. Get the blood flowing. So y'all tap into the morning mud if y'all ain't tapped in yet. Man, all the response to the fleece videos been great. You know, y'all got to talk to me. Let me know if you want more, because he putting out content all the time. And as you can see, he's a wild one. But yeah, the numbers have been great, man. Hopefully we can get those numbers on all the videos. Hint, hint. But yeah, you know, and just watching those videos brings up a lot of things, you know, in my mind, and stories and stuff and things that I went through as well. So what I wanted to do was to try to explain to y'all too, man, that, you know, some of that stuff, man, you have to go through it to understand it. You understand? And I understand some of the things he talk about because, you know, being in there, you know, he did 40, I did 33. Now, all of this stuff he been talking about going through all this stuff with administration and fighting administration and stuff like that. Let me tell y'all something, man. Real talk. You have to, if you do enough time, it's going to come a point in time you're going to have to go to war with the administration. You're going to have to go to war with the administration because they will drag you till no end, man. They will drag you till no end, man. I'm telling you, they ain't now, you know, I ain't never known nobody that ain't get the teeth pulled out and all of that stuff. But I've known dudes to get brutalized, man, to get you know, bones broken, to get, you know, fractured skulls and legs broken and fingers chopped off and, you know, all types of things, man. You know, I mean, you know, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got a license to brutalize you. And unless you make them realize that there will be consequences to doing it to you, you will most definitely be a victim because they have no mercy, man. Just like the regular dudes in prison, they ain't got no mercy. So, you know, when you give that much power to people over your life, and then especially if you give it to power to the people who just don't even like you or like your life or respect your life at all, then you're in a dangerous situation, you know. And man, it's been a couple of times, man, more than I care to remember, that I had to go to war with the administration, man. And when you go into war with the administration, you definitely don't know how it's gonna end. You know what I'm saying? I mean, truly, you don't. You don't know how it's gonna end, man, and you know what it's gonna do for you. But when you get that mindset in your mind, man, like your life is already so depressing and so, you know, much oppression is on you that you feel like, man, well, I ain't got nothing to lose, man. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going out this way. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that because they already dragging you, you know. And like I said, I've told y'all a few different incidents that I've been through far as like, you know, having to deal with administration, man. You know, like I said, I've been through a lot of that stuff, man. I've been chained down in the 4-point restraints, like he said, you know, buck naked. I've been through that a couple of times. I had the shock shield put on me, electrocute you, you know, when it hit you. They done sick the dog on me a couple of times. I had to fight them with the, you know, little Ninja Turtle suits on, you know, 10, 12 of them at a time till they get the advantage of you. When they get the advantage of you, then they all tough and, you know, want to hit you and twist your legs up and twist your arm and wrist and all this crazy stuff, you know, and depending on where you at, you know, hit you with a bunch of, you know, N-words and, you know, oh, man, it's vicious, man. It's just a vicious cycle, man, and it'll turn you vicious, you know what I'm saying, or turn you vicious-er, you know what I'm saying, more vicious because of, you know, what's coming to you when you got to deal with them on that type of level, you know, and they slick with it, man. You know, I think I told y'all about the time that I was in the cell, man, and they wouldn't give me my my stuff, man. They wouldn't even give me nothing to put on the bed, no sheets, no pillow, no, you know, nothing, man. And I'm complaining and they still just walking by me acting like I don't even exist and like it ain't nothing. And you know, one of the first things you want to do, man, for real, when you go to the hole, when you go to segregate, one of the first things you want to do is just lay down and go to sleep. Because you got somewhat type of peace. You ain't got no cellar in there. You ain't got nobody to worry about. You ain't got to get up and go do this. You ain't got to worry about the door popping open. So you ain't got to be on alert. Because you locked up. The door ain't going to open. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to open. Ain't nobody moving around with you while you sleep. So the first thing you want to do is get some rest, man, because you so mentally, physically, spiritually drained from being out in population every day and dealing with all the things that you got to deal with, all the flammery, the skullduggery, the larceny, the tomfoolery. Every day you got to be, you know, and now when you in the seg, even though, you know, it's ironic, but when you in seg, you know, some of that is released up off of you. Even though you in a, you know, in a place for punishment, the you know, long term is going to mentally affect you, but you still have some type of peace, if that makes sense, because you ain't got to worry about all these different dangers. The only danger you really supposed to worry about or have to worry about when you in SEG is the police. You know what I'm saying? The COs, what they going to do. You know what I'm saying? If you get to beefing with them. But other than that, man, you segregated from everything else. That's why it's called segregation. So you kind of like in a comfort zone far as like, you know, what's your surroundings is. So the first thing you want to do is let's lay down and relax, man, and get some rest, man. You know, that you know, get that mental rest, man, where you can just you know what I'm saying, and just reflect on, you know, your situation, your life, where you going, what you gonna do with this. I mean, how this is for whatever you back there for. You know, what happened, what got me back here, what I'm gonna do when I get back out. You know, get your game plan together, all of that type of stuff. So I'm back there and I can't even do that because they won't even bring you what you're supposed to have. So I remember banging on the door after they ignored me for so long, and then here they come with that flammery. Oh, you keep banging on the door, we gonna chain you down. Man, ain't nobody tripping over that. I need my stuff. Get me what I supposed to have. So then they go back and they shoot lies and say, you know, you done said this, that, and the third, you done threatened. They do anything to try to run in on you. You know what I'm saying? To try to run in on you and do that because they know they got the advantage and they ain't used to whooping people. You know what I'm saying? They nerds. They come from, you know, a life of nerdism on the street. They ain't, you know, and then for them to be able to, you know, physically do something to somebody with 10, 12 other dudes, it make them feel kind of macho or something. That's the way I felt. It made them feel like something. So they'll make up, oh, he cussed me out, he threatened me, and all this. So then, you know, by protocol, then they gonna say, okay, well, we got to come put you on the bed. Well, I ain't never went on the bed at my own recognizance. You gonna have to put me on the bed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna volunteer to take my clothes off and lay down on the bed and let you put me in 4-point restraint. I'm not gonna volunteer to do that. Whether I'm right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm just not gonna volunteer to do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, they can say what they want to, but once they know when they dealing with somebody that they got to rumble with, to get them in that position, they respect it. They gonna respect it, and they gonna think twice when they come to try to have to do it to you again. You know what I'm saying? They gonna bring more people. They gonna bring more reinforcement. They might bring mace. They might bring the shock shield. They might bring the dog. But you putting them on notice that you know, I ain't no stranger to danger, man, and I ain't scared of having to fight. You know what I'm saying? If that's what it is, I got to do it. Whether it's 10 of y'all, 12 of y'all, 15 of y'all, whatever. Sure, y'all gonna prevail, y'all gonna win in the end, but you gonna know dealing with this individual right here, it ain't gonna be no, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna lay down. Yeah, you go ahead and put me in. I'll get down on my knees and put my hand back. Man, come on with it. You know, so I can remember them old Boyers brothers. I told y'all about them on Augusta, man. Those sneaky twins, old Larceny-hearted, racist, sneaky twins, probably warden somewhere now because they fit the criteria. I can remember them, man. When I'm coming in there sneaking them, oh, what's going on? Let me talk to you. Come to the side door, man. You know, talk to me. What's going on? They say you're threatening and you're doing this. And all the time I'm trying to listen to him like, nah, it ain't that. I'm trying to get my property, woo woo. And he trying to sneak attack and hit me with the mace through the crack of the door. You know, I told y'all, and I act like it hit me, but it didn't. It went across, but it ain't getting my eyes. So I'm like, oh, yeah, you mace. So all the time they got the attack team waiting to run in right around the corner. So they bust the corner, run in there, jump on me. So boom, 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 we rumbling and stuff. And then, you know, like I say, they eventually gonna subdue you. You know, so they subdue me then, and they twisting all on my leg, talking all this stuff, you know, getting a little few punches in, little kicks in, you know, and they, you know, strip your clothes off and chain you down to the bed. You know what I'm saying? Now, like please say, man, you know, you want your lick back. You know what I'm saying? And see, down in Virginia, I know they couldn't keep you on the bed for more than 72 hours. You know what I'm saying? And they got to come let you up every couple of hours to use the restroom or whatever. Take one arm out and bring you your food, let you eat. You still lay there like this. You know what I'm saying? Got to eat. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's savagery, man. It's straight savagery that what they be doing to you. And then, like I say, from the outside, the public, they look and they be like, man, oh, they say the inmate stabbed the police, or they say the inmate did. You don't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to tell you what was going on. They're not going to tell you how what they doing to you that may or may not make you result to that. They're not going to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to say we ran in there with 15 of them and we beat them all upside the head and did this, did that, woo, woo. And like I say, I just was fortunate, man, you know what I'm saying? Because I know dudes that lost their teeth in altercations with the administration. I know dudes that, you know, got broken bones dealing with the administration. You know, dudes, like I say, I know dude got his finger chopped off. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the administration. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, man. So dudes that got false reports put on them and made them had to go get psychological evaluations. They go get psychological evaluations and then end up getting shot up with Thorazine. You know what I'm saying? Court ordered it, and they put it in your food when you back in the hole, and then you got a slow reaction. It's supposed to take the aggression out of you and make, you know, they do all of that flammery in there, man. You know what I'm saying? All of that. And that stuff is altering your life forever. You know what I'm saying? And then they expect you supposed to just lay down and take all of that. Nah, no sir. You know, so I was fortunate, man. They knocked my teeth out. Like I said, y'all already know. You know, if you've been watching me, you know, they'd knock my teeth out, you know, broke one of my bones or something, or did something like that to me, cut a limb or something off. Man, y'all would have never met me. You'd have never, because I'd have made them kill me, because I would have retaliated so brutal that they would have had to kill me. You know what I'm saying? Just to get their get back. And that's how it go. Tick for tack, tick for tack, tick for tack. You know what I'm saying? Just like what Fleece was saying, you do something to them, they're going to do something to you. You do something to them, they're going to do something to you. But when they find out that you're relentless and you're not going to stop, they start giving you some type of respect. They start dealing with you in a different way. They got a little bit more patience with you. You understand me? When they come to, oh, well, we got to go get such a, oh, man, well, yo, no, he disrespect me. We got to chain him down. We got to put, no, let me go talk to him, you know, because they know, because it's going to have to be paperwork done with that too. And then they're going to manipulate the paperwork and make it in their favor, but they got to turn in paperwork. They supposed to have a camera to document all this stuff, but you ain't going to see nothing but the back of, you know, whoever is standing there supposed to be blocking it, you know what I'm saying, until they get it to the point where they ain't doing all what they know is illegal. Then they'll move out the way and act like, oh, no, we did it. Nah, you didn't. You didn't do it the way you're supposed to do it. You know, you did it on some foul stuff. You know, and like I say, just imagine having to go through that, and then when your time is up and you get out and you on population and you see these dudes. You see these officers walking around you who did this, that, and the third. That's why they had them ski masks on and helmets on. But if you've been on the compound long enough, you can tell by the voices, you can tell by the body, structure of who's who. Oh, I know that's you behind there, Johnson. Oh, I know that's you, Thomas. You can tell, but, they ain't gonna say nothing, you know what I'm saying? But they gonna, because the people that be on that TAC team, they regular officers, but they on the TAC squad as well. So when they do that, they cover up and you don't know who they are, but that could be the same person that be working your block every day. And he don't like you. And now this is his chance to get his little kicks in and his little hits in for all the, disagreements y'all had, all the slick stuff you done said to him. Now it's his time to get, you know what I'm saying? It's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all, some of y'all out there might gonna say, oh, well, you saying that from a convict perspective, but the COs they got a job. They supposed to be professional. They supposed to, no matter what, you supposed to really be able to cuss an officer, do whatever you say to him, and he don't even supposed to come back at you cuss-wise because he working a job. He's supposed to write his charges, his procedure, and his protocol in there. They do what they want to do in there, but it's procedure and it's protocol. And they not being held accountable for what they do wrong, but you're going to be held accountable for everything you do wrong. Every single thing. But it's different standards for them. It's different standards for them. And some dudes, like I say, man, it depends on who you are, man, and what type of what type of heart you got, man, where you just gonna say to yourself, man, I'm standing up for mine. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why dudes like Bo Billy still locked up, if you ask me, in my opinion, because he ain't never bow down to them. He ain't never bow down to him, and he ain't gonna bow down to him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes like that. A lot of dudes. Bro, Vincent stayed in prison all that time because he wouldn't submit and do what they wanted him to do. Just admit your guilt and he ain't do it. He ended up staying in prison 40-some years because he felt in his heart and his conviction that he didn't do what they said he did. So he could have made parole years and years, decades ago, had he just admitted, or that's what they tell him. That could have been a trick too, but he never did. You know what I'm saying? He never did. So, like I say, yeah, man, but you got to go to war with them sometimes for the simplest things. And it be things that they supposed to give you, things that you supposed to have, and that's how it be. You know what I'm saying? That other time, I believe I spoke about too, when the dude ain't want to give me, you know what I'm saying, the stuff on my tray, man. You know what I'm saying? Then he tried to close my arm up in the slot. He tried to close my arm up in the slot. That's the same way I told you the other dude got his finger left off because he tried to keep the slot open, and the officer ended up kicking his joint and chopped his fingers off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. And this dude tried to push my arm closed up in there, you know what I'm saying? But my whole arm was out. Man, I got so mad, man. I took my hand out there and I took that little carton of milk like you have in high school, and I beamed him with it, and it just so happened to hit him in the face. So now they want to run in on me and do all this to me because me throwing the milk in his face. But, you know what I'm saying, what you going to do about him trying to close my arm in the slot? That's, you know what I'm saying, that ain't an issue now. The issue is me throwing the milk on him. What he did to initiate all of this is not even the issue now. So now they want to come in and we're going to put you on the bed. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. You may, but you ain't just going to come in and do it just because you telling me that I'm wrong, but you ain't even addressing his wrong. No, you should have. Man, y'all won't do nothing. Y'all won't do nothing, and it won't for y'all to do nothing if he is my own. So that was my response. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So they come in there, then I had to rumble them. You know what I'm saying? And end up going on that joint. And then when I came out of that joint, man, I went berserk in that joint, man. You know what I'm saying? That's when I ended up wanting. I wanted blood then. Because I felt, that in my heart, my conviction that I was right. You know what I'm saying? I set that joint on fire. I made one of them Bethlehams. I was wanting them to come on back up in here. As soon as I came off the bed. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I came up off, come on up in here. And they knew. I give them credit enough for that. They knew I had something. They weren't coming up in there. And I did everything, bang and bang and bang, because they was in their mind that you just come up off the bed for 72 hours. We cannot legally put you right back on the bed. You know what I'm saying? They can't do it. So you got the rumble. So they know if I'm asking for the rumble after I just come off, they a little like, oh, well, what's going on? And then they don't come. I set the fire. I set the whole cell on fire. You know what I'm saying? I set the whole cell on fire. But I was mad, and I was dealing out of emotions, and I'm dealing out of anger, you know what I'm saying? And like I told y'all, anger is one letter away from danger. So I'm dealing out of anger and not even thinking. I'm just trying to get them in the cell because I want to put that Bethlehem in one of them for the treatment that they gave me. So I set the fire because I know you got to come in with the fire, or at least I thought. Man, them people were going to leave me in there to die, man. And them people was going to leave me in there to die. They were so scared to come in there. They was just sit at that door and watch me choke to death and watch me burn to death in that cell before they came in there without me coming to the slot and putting the knife out the slot. You know what I'm saying? And that was real talk, man. And it was a real lesson for me. You know what I'm saying? They would watch me die before they put themselves in harm's way, which is their job to do. But they wouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? And man, the cell started just filling up with smoke. And then I started choking and I can't breathe. So then I done went from trying to, put that Bethlehem into them to trying to, to breathe, to save my own life. You know what I'm saying? And they saying come to this, and I was willing by that time to try to put the knife out there, but I couldn't even get to the door because there's so much fire. So I'm trying to breathe, man. I done put the towel. I'm trying to breathe out the little hole in the window. Nothing was working. I was choking to death. And eventually, man, when I wake up, I'm in medical. You know what I'm saying? Chained to the bed, coughing up soot. You know what I'm saying? Soot. Black, like tar stuff coming all out my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a charge. I ain't got an arson charge. I ain't got all types of threatening officer charges, assaulting officer, all of this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And then to be honest with you, then man, I wanted some more. I wanted to get them because I wasn't able to touch nobody. I wasn't able, you know what I'm saying, for what they did to me. You know what I'm saying? For what they did to me. And they'll always come at you and try to make that, make the charges, and you gonna get in trouble, you gonna go to court, you gonna to make you to deter you from wanting to do something to them. Man, after they do so much to you, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. You gonna take me to court, but I gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? So, and dudes would take on that type of philosophy, man, but sometimes you have to, because that's the only way it's gonna keep them up off you, man, because they got it in their mind that you are just, you just property, man, that they can do what they want to you. They can talk to you the way they want to. They can treat you the way they want you. They can do all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be willing to let them know that they can't. You got to be willing to fight, man. And then, and fighting, and especially in fighting administration and fighting people with Ninja Turtle suits on and billy clubs and all, you gonna get hurt. That's just a part of it. And that's what scares a lot of dudes. They scared to get hurt. You gonna get hurt, man. It's just like a boxer getting in the ring and saying that I'm scared to get punched. It don't work that way. It's just, it goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, man, you just gotta bite the bullet, man. You know what I'm saying? And I can remember, like I say, coming to that point in my bit, man, where I was like, certain things, man, that I just not gonna go for. If y'all gonna hurt me, y'all gonna hurt me, but I'm gonna try to get you back. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, I'm gonna try to get you back, and I'm gonna try to get you worse than you got me. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, administration or whoever. So yeah, man, I'd have been back there, man. I think I spoke about that one time too, in segregation, and I had a cyst or boil on my backbone. And man, that thing was hurting me so bad, man. I'm trying to get medical attention, man, and they just ignoring me. Man, I started going crazy back there, banging on the door and and here they come with the same flip family. Stop banging on the door, we gonna put you on the bed. Put me in medical, man. Get me some medical attention. You talking about putting me on the bed. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. I'm in physical pain, and this is what y'all talking about, because y'all want to be lazy and walk around and be socializing and fraternizing with each other at work and just disregarding our safety, disregarding our health, disregarding our needs, which you are actually there for. Man, this stuff is enough to make you go crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I eventually got to fighting with them, and I'm fighting with them again, getting put on the bed. When I got this thing on my back, I can't even lay on my back. Now I'm even in more pain, and I'm chained down. Man, it's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It make you want to, yeah, go all the way out. Go all the way out on them, man. You know, and I remember, I don't know if it was that time or another one, but I remember one time I was saying I broke the restraints. I broke them joints. You know what I'm saying? Because the one that they put on, I think it was the right arm, it was loose. So when they left and they leave me in there in the 4-point restraint, I could get my arm out. I slid my arm out. So when I slid my arm out, I could take the chain and pull it around, and I took that piece of handcuff and pried it into the other handcuff and was bending it and bending it and bending it until I broke the handcuff loose. Now I got both hands out. So I take those and do the same thing to the leg joints, and now I'm out. I'm in the cell and I'm supposed to be in 4-point restraint, and I'm out. Now I could wait and plot on them and lay down there and act like I'm in the restraints, and when the dude come to bring me my lunch, you know what I'm saying, or dinner, or whichever one it was, he gonna come by himself. They just pop the door up and walk in because they think you restrained down. I could have popped up and punished them. You know what I'm saying? I could have popped up and punished them. You know what I'm saying? But thankfully, and lucky for him, but thankfully for me, I knew the consequences of what they would have did to me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling, they might have killed me. You know what I'm saying? Because of the simple fact of the move that I made, but I could have did it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting in there and I was plotting on it. I ain't gonna lie, I was contemplating it. And then I came to the conclusion, man, that I said, nah, I know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I went to the slot and I got the slot open and I took the restraints and threw them all out there on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And then I started snatching like I was a show enough killer gorilla. Yeah, like you can't hold me. All these fools and dudes in the block was going crazy. And he done broke out these restraints. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man, they was scared to death because they ain't know how I broke them. You know what I'm saying? I know they knew it. They couldn't have believed that I just popped these joints, but they didn't know. And that was enough to have them discombobulated. You know what I'm saying? But really, it was like they left one loose, and I used that one to pry all the other ones open. But yeah, they ain't want to run in there and mess with me though, and I ain't had to finish that. I ain't had to finish that 72 hours, chained down. They let it go because, like I say, it's gonna come a point in time when you resist so much that they know that okay, he ain't worth fooling with. And to be honest with you too, they all really at heart they cowards because they move in groups and they say somebody gonna end up getting hurt messing with him, and they don't know which one it's gonna be. So they'll peel on back from you and they'll do more talking and more negotiating. Not saying they won't come at you at all, they will push come to shove, but they'll be a little bit more, and that's how they is with both. That's how they is with certain dudes. Saying they not gonna come. When they come to try to hurt you or do some foolishness like that to you, it's their last result. They got to. The order then came higher from them. Because them the ones that's on the ground level that know that they the one that got to go in there and deal with you, and they know your mentality. Man, this joker might got that Bethlehem with it. Man, this joker might got something slick. Or man, and they don't want it. Because all of them be scared to be the first one to come in there, even though they got the Ninja Turtle suits and stuff on. They be scared until they get the advantage. Then they King Kong. Yeah, get him. Stay still. All this foolishness. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So, that's like I say, man. It's going to come a time you're going to have to go to war with the administration, man. Because they're going to drag you. And you're not getting what you're supposed to get. And they're not treating you the way they're supposed to be treated. And they get paid to do a job. And they're not doing that job professionally. And that affects your life directly. You know what I'm saying? It affects your life directly. So when I look at these videos like dudes with fleece and stuff, and he said it back and forth with the SEALs back and forth, that's what they're going to do. They're going to always try to one-up you, and you going to always feel like you got to one-up them. So it's going to get to a point where life going to end up being lost, or permanent damage going to end up being done. Somebody going to lose a limb. Somebody going to lose a lung. Somebody going to get a colostomy bag. Somebody, you know what I'm saying, going to get the eye put out. Somebody gonna lose their teeth. It's war. It's real live hand-to-hand war. You know what I'm saying? So, man, and a lot of people ain't cut out for that. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they just not, man. And I think some people that even get into it, man. They ain't cut out to it, but they just fed up and they feel like